What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, powered today by BetUS, and we're going to be diving into the offensive line performance against the Cleveland Browns. One of the things that I think was a key issue in the reason the Ravens lose this game in the end. If you guys are looking forward to this breakdown on a somber Monday, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys think was the most detrimental piece to this game. You can see this Ravens pass offense just wasn't what we normally expect. Usually we're seeing lots of play action off the run game. Only 5 play action plays in this game. Only saw a 30.2% blitz rate. It felt a lot higher. Gave up a 42% pressure rate. So, on that type of blitz rate, just losing a lot of one-on-ones in 4-man rush opportunities. Before we jump into it, thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Steelers are 6-point favorites tonight on Monday Night Football. Go over, get some extra money to put a bet down on that game. Let's go ahead and get some money on the Giants so that they can, cover that spread and hopefully get that win against a divisional rival. You can use promo code YouTube150 to get 150% sign-up bonus and 125% on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. And let's get right into this because you're going to see the Cleveland Browns had a very specific strategy in the red zone, and that is to bring the pressure. So that's when their blitzes mostly came, was, when the field was getting tighter and they wanted to bring pressure. So they're going to play cover one man. You can see the one-man safety here, and they're just going to bring pressure. And you can see right there off the snap, protection adjusts well. Justice Hill is going to step up, take on that inside man. They're kind of creates one-on-ones all across, 6-man pressure versus 6-man protection. They just got to hold up, but you can see Ronnie Stanley gets bulled on the left side there by Myles Garrett. Ball comes out late, and playing man in behind this was kind of their strategy. Send 4 or 5, play man in behind it, and use their kind of coverage defenders. Use that extra zone defender, whether it's a one high safety or they'd keep a linebacker in 2-play zone and be able to take away scramble opportunities. And it works out very well for the Cleveland Browns. And so you can see right here, Ronnie Stanley is just going to get attacked across his face. That was kind of the theme in this game in Ronnie's reps. So he's going to attack that inside hand, bull rush here, and push Ronnie back into Lamar's lap, forces Lamar into that back pedal. We saw that back pedal pretty consistently in this game. As he backpedals, throws off the back foot, and really just it's still a completion, but not able to create any sort of advantage against those man defenders when he's dropping back and then getting an extra 2-3 steps in his drop. And that was kind of the fundamental issue in this game, that pressure coming quickly and forcing Lamar out of his groove. Guys can't really get any separation on those types of plays. Keep rolling here. You can see just a 4-man rush. McCary's going to lose late there and then force that step up. Lamar does take it for 12 yards. But you can see right there is McCary just gets beat late. You can see right there, as he gets beat late, Lamar has to step up. So a little bit better on the edges there against the Browns edge defenders, but McCary, causing that late pressure, forcing Lamar Jackson to step up and have to run, just consistently getting pressure back into his lap. We're going to get another 4-man rush here. And so this is one of the sacks. So this is an interesting one. So you're going to see a couple things here. Lamar Jackson is going to one-step drop. So that means when you're one-step drop, you're going to see a little bit more of a narrow kick step from both of your tackles, because as you form that pocket, you don't have to be as far back to protect because it's only a one-step drop. So as Ronnie turns, watch Ronnie. So as Ronnie turns, he's going to push his guy out the back of the pocket. And you can see as he tries to attack inside, he pushes him back out and then, gets into, and I talk about this all the time, when you get him outside on your hip, push him out the back of the pocket. But the problem is Rosengarten gets beat inside. So as he gets beat inside, Lamar has to step back, and he steps back right into where Ronnie's pushing his guy around the arc. And so this is why the number of steps in your quarterback's drop matters, because you want to protect that inside hand on a one-step drop in shotgun. You protect that inside hand, force him back outside just like Ronnie did. Rosengarten doesn't do that, gets beat inside, forces Lamar to step back right into the sack. And so this will probably get charged to Ronnie, but I would say that's on Rosengarten because Ronnie plays that exactly how he should, and maintain the integrity of the pocket by within the context of a one-step drop. So tough one there. We're gonna get a little bit more pressure. We're back down in the red zone, but this is what Lamar Jackson's able to do, and you can just see Justice Hill is gonna step up. They're gonna slide left. Justice Hill is gonna step up to the outside edge defender, and this really happens because as a running back steps up to greet an edge defender, the space between his block and the quarterback is just so much different than if an offensive tackle is kick stepping, right? It's just literally tighter. You're starting your block from right beside the running back or right beside the quarterback. So as he steps up, good block by Hill there. I think Hill did this about as well as he could. He forces him outside, and Lamar just has to, step in. It's just that not many quarterbacks are able to do stuff like that, and Lamar is, and that's what makes him so unbelievably incredible to watch week in and week out. Keep rolling here. And this is going to be something the Browns did a lot in this game is in these heavy looks from the Ravens. So they come out, stack up pretty heavy. They're in 12, but they're tight. And so what they did is they wanted to take the outside runs away. So they were shooting guys off the edge and shooting them out wide. And you can see Garrett is out here attacking wide, and then they're going to bring a late blitzer. And so as they do that off the play action, he's able to just attack Lamar on the boot. But they were doing this to try and take away those outside runs. Not a whole lot the O-line could do there. Not necessarily blaming the O-line on this one, just showing what kind of their defensive strategy was. Stack the box, take away outside runs, use those linebackers late. JOK gets up to them. Keep rolling here. Get to some four-man rushes where they're just going to, play man in behind it. Bring some loopers. And then Nelson Aguilar with the drop. That's a tough one. This was kind of the theme of the game. If the O-line wasn't giving up pressure, they were getting, some drops from the wide receivers, as we're going to see on some of these plays. And so one thing that I did notice, this is just going to be an inside stunt. You're going to get 99 crossing, Myles Garrett looping. Falele comes off a little bit late, but picks it up. Much better there, picking that up. Still throwing it off his back shoulder because as 99 attacks Linderbaum, it's like Linderbaum doesn't see it. It opens up that inside gateway. Throws off his back shoulder, but Aguilar, you got to catch that. No other way around it. Baltimore gets up to the line. They're going to bring 5. Gets that out to Likely. Likely makes a hell of a play. That was a hell of a throw with pressure in his face. And this was one of those reps from Myles Garrett that is just insane. So they're going to have a 4-man line here. They're going to show a few, but they're going to basically crash from the left side, and then Myles Garrett's going to loop. And the Ravens O-line just completely misses it. See right there, as they pass, they don't pick up the looper. Lamar is able to still get that ball off, which is just a real sign of how incredible Lamar Jackson is, and is able to get that ball out. So this is just one of those things where, this is Myles Garrett being Myles Garrett. He's going to start on the outside of the right tackle, make his play to the outside of the left tackle, and just that explosive athleticism to work upfield. And the pressure just comes way too quick that, no one's able to do a whole lot about it. So tough look there. Luckily, Lamar able to get that off, but that's kind of one of the things is not many quarterbacks can make those types of adjustments within their mechanics and still get the ball off. Lamar is just so good at it at this point. Again, pressure right up the gut pretty quick. Snap's going to come off. Protection does a good job creating those one-on-one matchups. And so McCary is the one that gets beat here. And so you can see as McCary, because McCary digs in, right? He gets nice and low, digs in. And Linderbaum loses, but you can see right here, Linderbaum's actually going to trip on McCary's foot as he gets down. And there's that 93 getting that swim move over McCary. Just, right up the grill. And that's kind of one of the struggles in this game is they're playing man behind this. Pressure's coming not just often, but it's coming with quick pressures. And that is where, they can get into some of these struggles. And this is going to be one of those sacks that Justice Hill kind of runs in. So I thought they adjusted well the protection. So the Browns are only going to bring 5. And you can see right here, Justice Hill comes across the formation, picks that up, but guys losing one-on-ones again. Justice Hill and Ronnie both losing. As Hill steps up, he just takes this too narrow, steps into this. Diabate attacks upfield. Ronnie off the chip from Likely. You can see Likely's going to chip Garrett, and then Ronnie, for some reason, he squares him up really well here, but then Garrett just kind of pushes his hands down, gets around him, so they're both just all over him. Rosengarten gets pushed back. 3 guys basically getting pressures on one play. That creates a really tough environment for the quarterback. This is where we see the only time that I saw where the Browns are going to run cover 0. So you can see they got that whole defensive line stacked. They're playing the 4-man defenders across from the receivers. Then we get a drop. And so this was a critical drop because this was the Tucker miss 50-yarder. And I mean, LAMAR gets us out. That's an extra 5-6 yards. That completely changes the complexity of that kick. So that results in a missed field goal from 50 rather than possibly a make from a little bit closer. Thought the O-line actually did a good job picking this up, just to be clear. You can see right there, that's a lot of pressure coming. I think they pick it up pretty well. Ball's got to come out. That free rusher is, I don't have an issue with that free rusher because you can see as the protection adjusts, 99 is going to bail out, but everybody picks up a guy. So no issues there. But again, O-line picks it up, wide receiver drops it. And that was kind of the theme in this game, was just the letdown after letdown after letdown. And so here we get into the drive that the Ravens end up scoring on that puts them up before the Tillman 38-yard touchdown. And so this is where the protection, really started to fall apart for me. Just to be clear, look at these pass routes. Like, they were trying to push this ball downfield. You can see everybody's running vertically. They basically had 2 9 routes from their outside receivers and both tight ends running out and ups from Likely. And so I'll go back and run it, but you can see what I mean. So Bateman and Zay are just going deep, and then the tight ends are running out and ups. And so they just wanted to attack downfield as much as they could. But because of the pressure, I believe they bring 5 on this. Yeah, there's 5. There's no check down option because Derrick Henry's in blocking. I think he curls out here late to create a check down. It's kind of one of those chip and then rollouts. But you can see Ronnie getting beat again. Inside. That inside hand just wasn't there for Ronnie today. So he's getting beat inside, forces that scramble. Luckily, again, Lamar Jackson's able to do things like that and just take off for 22 yards. We get rolling a little bit further. You're going to see Zay motion across. Again, quick pressure. Look how fast that pressure comes. Pressure is going to come quick. And then, luckily, the defense loses Zay. But you can see right here that pressure is going to come quick. And again, Ronnie Stanley gets his face crossed. Inside hand loses. That's just way too quick to be giving up pressure. So as he loses, LAMAR has to step up. Again, that was a coverage bust by them. That moves them down. So offensive line not doing a lot to help here. They adjust well. Derrick Henry is going to come across. This is another play action pass. All their play action passes result in pressures. But right here, that's how this happens. It's just Ronnie misses way too quick. Pressures come way too quick in this game against this offensive line. And then Ravens end up scoring. The Browns score that 38-yarder. The Ravens they're on 2nd and 10 here. This is going to be the last 3 plays of the game. It's against a 4-man rush every single time. And you're just going to see, and these are tough ones, right? Because, 25 yards out, there's 21 seconds on the clock at this point. But that 4-man rush is going to just consistently get pressure with 7 guys in coverage behind it. And that's really where the Ravens are going to struggle. And that quick pressure is the fundamental issue because with 21 seconds left, you can theoretically still hit the middle of the field, get up, spike it, and have a shot at the end zone with being a little bit closer. So it's either 3 deep shots or you take 1 middle shot and then 1 shot in the end zone. Really depends on how you want to play it. But either way, the offensive line doesn't give them any options. So you can see right here, they're going to line up wide. And the pressure's it's quick every time. Every single time, it's quick pressure. And Rosengarten gets beat pretty bad here. I think someone else gets beat too. Who's the other guy that gets beat on this one? Oh, Ronnie gets beat on that inside hand again on the stunt. And so pressure comes from two directions. So they're going to stunt. They're going to loop in the outside player. Myles Garrett's here as a 5-tech, and he's going to just work inside. So Ronnie gets into that deep vertical set because of the outside edge defender. Myles Garrett explodes so quickly up that as they try and adjust, because Ronnie needs to take over Garrett, as the looper comes, McCary's going to pick him up. And you can see right there, Myles Garrett the whole time attacking that inside hand. Rosengarten gives up pressure on the right side. Now we get to third down. And now they've kind of lost their ability to hit the middle of the field, right? Now they got to take 2 shots at the end zone. But again, pressure comes so quick that they go into a scramble drill instantly. And I mean, it was always going to be a scramble drill, but when you roll out to one side of the field, you basically eliminate the feasibility of the other side. And LAMAR still makes an incredible throw that Zay has a shot at. It went through his hands. But you can see right here, the pressure just way too quick. And again, just getting beat inside. It's going to be kind of funny because they're going to kick out. They're going to give a 4-man protection on the left side, leave both guys on the right side one-on-one. But Myles Garrett, game wrecker, attacks that inside hand of McCary this time. Justice Hill's right there, and he's going to sneak through the both of them. Just literally fit right through. Rosengarten's going to lose inside late. That's what allows the scramble out to the right. But just not good work by the offensive line. Just pressure's coming way too quick. Last play of the game, 4th and 10. And again, too quick on the pressure. And then that LAMAR goes in to make pretty incredible play here to even get out of this. We're going to see Daniel Falele is going to lose on this one. So someone new losing on every play. And, LAMAR is able to make a guy miss, get the ball out. They end up slipping. They roll out. Again, it hurts your ability to hit that other side of the field. So tough one here for the Ravens offensive line. They've been playing really well lately, but a lot of critical issues in pass protection, guys getting beat, just not looking good overall. So that's really what I got. I want to see better execution out of those 5-man protect units. I will say they've played pretty well this season. They've exceeded expectations, but in this one, just not good. Myles Garrett was an absolute game wrecker. He is an all-pro, 101, probably the best edge rusher in the league, but it was a good example of how he was able to wreck this game. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here, and thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video.